Hello everyone, in this video we will be exploring some of the most fundamental concepts in JavaScript. Variables, arrays, functions, objects and loops. These are the building blocks that make up the core of JavaScript programming. First topic is variables. Variables store data values that can be used and manipulated throughout the code. Variables are declared in three ways, using var keyword to declare variable in first way, using let in second way, and using constant in the third way. First we declare the keyword, next variable name, and we will assign the value. Var is a old way of declaring variables. It has function scope. Let is a modern way and it has block scope. Constant declares constants, means the value cannot be reassigned and it is block scoped. Var is function scoped and can lead to unexpected behavior due to hoisting. Constant cannot be reassigned while let can be. We can see the example here. Variable a is storing value 10, b is storing string data type value name Bob, and c is storing boolean data type value true. Then we print them. Next topic is array. An array is a collection of elements that are stored in a single variable. Elements are accessed by their index. Syntax is simple. We can declare array with var, let or constant, then array name, and assign elements need to be stored. Arrays are zero indexed, means the first element is at index 0. Arrays in JavaScript can store mixed data types, example strings, numbers, objects, and even other arrays too. Here in example, we declared an array named array and stored different elements of different data types like apple is a string, 1 is an integer, false is a boolean value, and stored an array too. Next one is function. Functions are blocks of code that can be defined once and used repeatedly. They can accept inputs and return outputs. There are two types of functions, normal and arrow function. Normal function is declared as function keyword, function name, giving parameters list if any. Arrow function is declared as constant keyword, function name, parameter list, and code to be executed inside it. Function declarations are hoisted, means they can be called before they are defined. Arrow functions are not hoisted and bind the values of this lexically, means based on where they were defined, not how they were called. This is the example of normal function. Here it returns the sum of those parameters, and this is the example of arrow function. Here it displays their product. Next topic is objects. Objects are collection of key value pairs. Keys are known as properties and values can be any data. We can declare array with var, let or constant. Then key names, which are properties of object. Then assign their values. Object contains properties and methods related to the object. An object can be used inside another object. It is called nested object. Objects allow for the grouping of related data and functions, while arrays are ordered collection of values. Objects are unordered, whereas arrays are indexed numerically. In the example person is an object who have properties name, age and greet. To get name of the person we use person.name and also person.greet to get hello my name is John. Next verb. Next loops. We have three types of loops: for loop, while loop, for off loop. First, for loop. It is declared as initialization, condition and updation. In the example, elements of array numbers are displayed by for loop, initializing I as 0, giving condition that is run till I is less than length of arrays, and updation that is after every iteration increment I by 1. Next, while loop. It is declared by giving condition in the parenthesis. In the example, elements of arrays numbers are displayed as first declaring variable I as 0, then declaring condition as iterate the loop till I is less than array length, then run the code. Next, for off loop. It is declared as first let in parenthesis, then values, then off keyword, and then name of it, which need to be iterated. In this example, we iterated array named colors. That brings us to the end, to some of the fundamental concepts in JavaScript.
Modules are JavaScript files that can export specific functionality and import functionality from other modules. This allows you to split your application into multiple files and manage dependencies between them. Key features of modules are encapsulation, reusability, maintainability, scope isolation. First, exports. To share functionality from a module, you need to use the export keyword. There are two types of exports: named exports, default exports. First, named exports. You can export multiple values from a module using named exports. Its syntax is export keyword expression name value. This is inline export. We can also export all the values at a time also. Next, default exports. Each module can have a single default export, which is typically the main functionality of the module. Its syntax is export keyword, default keyword, expression name. Next, imports. To use functionality from another module, you use the import keyword. First, import named exports. Use curly braces to import specific exports by name. Its syntax is import keyword, curly braces, expression names, and file name we are importing from. Next, import default exports. You can import default exports without curly braces. Its syntax is import keyword, name, file name we are importing from. This is about modules. Thank you.